Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another volume of the Connoisseur'S Conversation. Today, we're going to get into a fragrance from the house of XERJOFF and its new Chemi Collection line. This is a very persuasive, sexy, and alluring fragrance from that line. It is the fragrance Ether. If this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wine. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. Today we're going to get into a fragrance by the house of XERJOFF, and this fragrance is from their Chemi Collection / K line, and it is Ether. Ether has come into my collection and is really, in a way, taking me abruptly by storm in the way that it comes off. This was a fragrance that was tested and procured just on that testing of one vial alone. This is the particular flacon, a very ornate 50 ml flacon. XERJOFF always puts a nice delicate touch and opulent, excellently done, luxurious touch to their fragrance in their flacons. As you can see here, this is the actual leather box that it comes in with a padded leather insert. It also has the writing of the Chemi Collection and what it is standing for and what they aspire to bring to your life as a fragrance. As we step into what it is that this scent does, this to me is one of those fragrances. It's a very sexy, very animalic, smooth oud based fragrance from the house of Chemi and XERJOFF. What you get is a very animalic, sweet, and smoky fragrance from this particular line that is it's enthralling the way that this scent has been put together and compounded. The blend is so masterfully done in this particular scent. What I enjoy about this in testing it is that I've been trying and searching for the perfect gourmand fragrance for myself. I am not a gourmand fan by any stretch of the imagination. I have quite a few, when I say a few, I mean very minimal, maybe 5 to 10 gourmand fragrances in my collection. They're not fragrances that are readily attractive to me as my personality type. So when I try to go out and venture, as I stated in the previous video, to try to understand different iterations and ways to bring in certain fragrances to my collection, to understand the artistry of that part of the perfumes, I have found that this particular scent from XERJOFF is ticking a box that I wanted scents like Black Phantom to tick for me. It's a very, very robustly made, above par, masculine gourmand fragrance. And when I say I don't like gourmands, it's not that I don't like the way they smell, they just don't reflect my personality type. And so in wearing them, those are the scents that I have conflict in trying to put my skin or put on my skin and bring to my personality type to the fore. They don't do it well for me, at least in my eyes. I do get compliments from those particular scents when I wear them, but to me it's not something that's reflective of my inner self. And so for this one, the way XERJOFF did this comes off with a modicum of fragrance notes that allure to me and then conjure what it is my personality type is. So this opens up with a very well mix of spicy, earthy, smoky, dark, woody tones, but also a very sexy, sweet underbed to this particular scent. And that underbed is a pronouncement of caramel. And caramel, for me, when you think about caramel, you think about the funny, feminine style fragrances, the really playful, the really, I would say just to me, juvenile. And this one, the way they did the caramel is very much so something where the caramel comes out of the fragrance, but it's well blended to the point where it lends itself to be a very sexy lounge type of scent, a very sexy bar type of scent, a very sexy date night type of scent, the way it comes off, because it's blended. And I'll give you what I really love about this one. You get some powdery facets, right? From a top coming in with a Bulgarian rose and different amalgamation of citrus fruits from XERJOFF, which you know they do masterfully in those citrus fruits. So you get the Brazilian orange, Amalfi lemon, you get mandarin. You also have a very nice aromatic touch of cumin in this particular scent that comes into the opening, and then it takes itself, that cumin spreads itself very, very thinly veiled across each corridor of this particular scent, from the opening, the heart, to the base. You also have a Calabrian bergamot. So all of the XERJOFF facets of lemon accords and citrus accords are in this particular scent. They don't do anything other than enhance the opening as a very inviting opening. They don't take over the scent at any point in time. They're very much so an inviting part when an uplifting aura about the particular scent. You then go into the best part to me, the base and the heart. The heart comes across very succulently sweet with gurjum balsam, which is that very thick layer of molasses thick sweetness. You also get a Bulgarian lavender that has a nice, like, a very calming and relaxing feel to an aromaticness of it, because you also get a Siberian pine accord to this. So the heart is this aromatic, almost like in the vein, and this does not smell like it, but think about the vein of how Bleu de Chanel comes across as that sweet, ethereal, just incensey vibe, but it also has that aromatic touch that is very sophisticated and sexy. So this one has the clary sage, it also has the pine, and then the Bulgarian lavender. That makes it a nice, very pleasantly blended aura about you, like in the sophisticated tone. So you can use this as a texture of when you're going into a suited affair. You can wear this as a texture if you're going to a club and lounge affair with a nice, casual look to it. It's a very, very sexy scent, and it is one that is not only transportive because it's an Eastern style of Laotian oud, but it's also transformational because there's not a 20-minute time span in the first 2 hours that this scent smells the same. And I love that about the way XERJOFF can do their blending in particular scents, especially when they go off into an adventurous way that they did with blending this particular scent for the Kimi blend line. Very, very much so. You get the first 5 minutes is that Cypriol accord that comes in slightly aromatic. It's a papyrus style of smokiness and smoky grass, blending with the oud that makes the oud always smell quite a bit more aromatic and sexy. The caramel, you get bourbon vanilla in this type of scent. So you get the vanilla, the best of Madagascar. That's what the bourbon is, the best of Madagascar vanilla. An oud accord, a sexy, when I say sexy, musk accord in this particular sense. It's a gray musk that is very, very heavy, and it stays on the skin. So that musk accord, along with it's either a Caledonian or a Ceylon sandalwood in this particular scent, and that sandalwood gives it a slight bit of creaminess to it as well. So all in all, when you smell this particular scent, it's what got me enthralled. It's a very aromatic, smoky, sweet fragrance with some floral touches, mainly spicy and woody, but it's so sexy in the way it comes off. And as I said and elaborate on, the Intoxicated is one of those scents in the vein of this. So if you're a fan of Killian's Intoxicated, or you are a fan of Killian's Black Phantom, those are the type of heavy, sweet, gourmand-esque type of fragrances that I can enjoy. I also get a bit of a calling. XERJOFF makes another fragrance that I love called Symphonium, and it's a Belgian chocolate oud-based fragrance. I pick up more of the oud in that than I do the Belgian chocolate, and I've worn that to quite a bit of events, and I need to do a connoisseur's conversation on that to give you some of the insights of that particular scent. But the way that those fragrances come off, the oudy, chocolatey, caramel, very masculine, very woody, the undertones stay across and give you a great aura while you have some uplifting vibes from the opening of the lemon and citrus accords. This is so unique and interesting. This is what people are clamoring for, in my opinion, and that more people, especially, you get comments and compliments, and you have conversations with people, and understanding what different people are understanding about fragrances and liking and missing in what it is in the genre of perfumes that they're picking. This is one of those fragrances when you say, okay, I'm exacerbated. I'm tired of the usual. I need to smell something different, at least to give me a different category to sniff in, if not purchase. When it comes to the Chemi collection from XERJOFF, that's what this collection is showing to me. I've sampled every fragrance in that line, and I picked up Astaral and I've picked up Ether. And these are two. I even have maybe a purchase of Wholesome. I did enjoy the way that smelled. It was something peculiar about that scent, but it very much so matched my personality type. But all in all, the sexiness of the aromaticness and caramel touches of woody vanillas and the opening of the Bulgarian rose. And that Bulgarian rose stays in this scent as well. Very, very alluring, very sexy, woody. This is not a scent that you want to smell up close. I will give that disclaimer. If you smell this up close, it will be a bit, not off-putting, especially if you enjoy Eastern leaning ouds, but it won't be as enjoyable. You get this in whiffs from the sea eyes, you get this in whiffs from the aura, and you will enjoy this. This is a scent that I would rate, in my opinion, I would rate this an 8.5, 9 out of 10 as a fragrance, because as I said, the journey you go on, it's never boring. It's never sitting on and staying the same for the first 2 hours. After the 3 or 4 hour mark, you get the heavy ouds and the heavy base of the caramel and the heavy base of the vanilla, and that settles on that sandalwood accord. And you can just conjure up what that will smell like: oud, musk, sandalwood, caramel, and bourbon vanilla. You know that's a sexy undertone for a fragrance, and you know that's going to pull in compliments, especially if you wear it properly. Very, very beautiful fragrance. Like I said, 8.5, 9. I would even go 9.25 as a rating of the scent. And I don't have any particular knocks on it when I rate it under a 10. The only reason I would not give this a 10 is because it's one of those scents, if not from my opinion, it won't be universally loved and liked. And I think 10 out of 10s are things that are universally loved and liked, far as the collaboration of opinions in the community. So for me, as a personal journey, as a personal fragrance, this for me is a 9, 9.5. Maybe 9.25. Very beautiful fragrance. I think I would recommend this to anybody. Get a sample of this Chemi collection. They come off great. They've done some great mixtures, some great, very well, high quality blends that I'm enjoying in this particular season of fall, going into winter. That is the fragrance Ether by the House of XERJOFF. Love this particular scent. Great flacon, like I said. Hope that you guys get your nose on this. Great sprayer, great atomizer. Beautiful scent. As always, I hope that you guys got something entertaining and educational from this particular video. And if you did, all that I ask that you do is hit the like button, subscribe button, and share this content out to friends that you know love perfume. Start to leave some comments and some likes on these videos so that the YouTube algorithm will catch on and show us to other peoples and platforms. And as always, you guys have a blessed day, beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.